ஆடும் வரிவேல் அணி சேவல் என ஆடும் பணியே பணியாய் அருள்வாய் தேடும் கயமா முகனை செருவில் சாடும் தனியானை சகோதரனை. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். உலகலாம் உணர்ந்து ஓதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நீர்மலி வேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்தாடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருநாவுக்கரசு வளர் திருத்தொண்டின் நெறிவாழ வரியான தவமுனிவர் வாகீசர் வாய்மித்திகள் பெருநாம சீர்பரவல் உருகின்றேன் பேருலகில் ஒரு நாவுக்கு உரை செய்ய ஒண்ணாமை உணராதேன். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, ஏகம்பத்துறை எந்தாய் போற்றி, பாகம் மண்ணுரு ஆனாய் போற்றி, பலாய்த்துறை மேவிய பரனே போற்றி, சிராப்பள்ளி மேவிய சிவனே போற்றி, அண்ணாமலைய மன்னா போற்றி, கண்ணாரமுத கடலே போற்றி, காவாய் கனகத்திரளே போற்றி, கைலை மலையானே போற்றி போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அண்ட சராசரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பெருங்கருணையினாலே ஞானத்திரள் சார்பாக பெரிய புராண நாயன்மார்களுடைய சரிதங்களை ஆங்கிலத்திலே சொல்லும் முகமாக இப்பொழுது நாம் திருநாவுக்கரசு நாயனார் புராணத்தை தொடர்ந்து சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் கூட்டி இருக்கிறது. தெய்வச்சேக்கிழார் tremendously beautifully explaining the story of Thirunavukkarasar Swamigal, the life history of Thirunavukkarasar Swamigal. And he had taken all the pains to give us the real incidents that had taken place in his lifetime. He took all the pains to go around the places where he visited and where he was born, all those things, all those places he visited, Devachekala visited by himself, gathered a lot of information. Above all, he was also inspired by Lord Shiva's grace, and so the life history as enacted by Devachekala is a tremendous gift given by him to the devotees of Lord Shiva. So many admirers from centuries to centuries of Thirunavukkarasar Swamigal. They not only admire the Devara hymns gifted by him, but also by the life history of Navukkarasar. As enacted by, as written by Devachekala, the life history is full of incidents that we admire of Thirunavukkarasar Swamigal. We had seen the grace of Lord Shiva showered upon him whenever he was in great difficulties. Since he drifted from Jain to Saivam, those people were not able to withstand it. They were not able to bear it, and they inflicted all the bad things on him. Hoping that he would die, they planned so many things with Pallava king to kill him, to erase him, to eradicate him, to wipe out him. In all possible ways they tried. But nothing worked out. He was saved by the grace of Lord Shiva. He didn't feel even a pinch of pain, Thirunavukkarasar Swamigal, was not feeling even a pinch of pain with the things they inflicted upon him. So some or other they were taught a good lesson by Pallava king and they were driven away. And Pallava king himself had built a temple for Lord Shiva. Thirunavukkarasar was always conscious of two things. One is that he was with the Jains for a longer period and he consumed food supplied by them for the period. So he thought that some or other his body was not holy enough to be dedicated to Lord Shiva, because it had grown in their camp, taking their food, who denied the Lord Shiva's existence. So whenever he was finding a chance to purify not only his soul but also the whole physical body, he was very keen on it. One such incident we are going to see now. See, after visiting Sambandar, he took leave of him and proceeded in his entourage. In his tourage, he was visiting a lot of temples in Kikan corner. Even when the temple was in a remote corner of a village, he never hesitated to visit the temple. He would be going over there and he would be executing the Vadavaram, removing all stones in the pavements and cleaning the path. All those things he would be doing first. Then he would be going to the deity, main deity, and he would be singing sonnets. He would be singing those songs for Lord Shiva. See, he thought only after doing service, one is qualified to make a prayer. That was the concept given by our Thirunavukkarasar. See, if you are going to pray, if you are going to offer a prayer, do first a service. Then you qualify yourself to offer a prayer. Service first, then comes the prayer. Prayer without service will not be much valid. Any service, any type of service, whichever is possible for you, the service involves physical involvement, the body involvement, bodily involved in service, physical service. So he was having a Vadavaram. So whenever he goes to a temple, he never directly walks to the Karpagraham and offers prayer. He never does like that. He will go around the temple. Even he will go around the streets. He would go around. He would be executing some service. He would be rendering some service to the temple. And then only he would be going towards the Karpagraha, moreover, and he would be composing songs for Lord Shiva. So this was the procedure adopted by Thirunavukkarasar. En kadan pani seydu kidappade. நின்கடன் அடியேனையும் தாங்குதல். இந்த நின்கடன் அடியேனையும் தாங்குதல், what does it mean? என் கடன் அடியேன், என் கடன் பணி செய்து கிடப்பதே. My duty is to execute, to render, to offer service. பணி செய்து, to render service without any expectations. Without any expectations, rendering service. Then, நின்கடன் அடியேனையும் தாங்குதல். What does it mean actually? அடியேனையும் தாங்குதல். It means I am qualified to offer prayer only after that. பணி செய்து நின்கடன் அடியேனையும் தாங்குதல், that is the prayer. அடியேனை தாங்குதல், that means it means prayer. To offer prayer, qualify yourself. So if you go and offer a prayer, definitely Lord Shiva will ask you what service you did. What service you did. That's why Agamas say the penance actually starts from Sariye. Sariye means doing service. Doing service first. Then going to Vazhipadu, Pujai, performing puja. Sariyai, Kiriyai. So, what does it mean actually? What does it mean actually? Render service and then make a prayer. And then make a prayer. Do any service, whichever is feasible. You do any service. So, our Upper Swamigal, he would be going to any temple, would be rendering service, either taking away all the stones on the pavements, on the ways, cleaning the whole temple, dusting off, all those things he would be doing, washing the whole place. All those things he would be doing. You just think of his age. He was about 78 to 79 of age. You think of that age. He never hesitates. He never hesitates. So, our Upper Swamigal was visiting temples, Thirupunkur, Thirukurkai Veerattam. All the temples are on the banks of Kaveri, on the bank of Kaveri. Thirunindriyur, then he came to Thiruavadurai and Tirupati Marudur. There he stayed for quite a long time, and again he visited, he continued his pilgrimage to what do you call that, Mayuranadar, Mayuranadar, he visited that, and then subsequently he went to Tiruchattimutram. There, as usual, he did some service, went around the temple looking for the services needed, and catering to the requirements, and then taking a holy bath in the tank, he went into the temple and stood before Lord Shiva and offered Padiham. Some or other, there he got an inner feeling that we are yet to be given the Tiruvadi Diksha. That is, the Lord Shiva should put his feet on the head. He would be doing it for his disciples, devotees. So, Upper Swamigal's a long time desire was to get this Diksha from Lord Shiva. that he was expecting Lord Shiva to place his feet on his head. This is called Tiruvadi Diksha. So he immediately offered the request. Immediately offered the request. Oh my Lord, why don't you bless me with your feet touching my head? Why don't you give me that gift? Why don't you bless me like that? He was asking. கோவாய் முடுகி அடுதிரல் கூற்றம் குமைப்பதன் முன் பூவார் அடிச்சுவடு என்மேல் பொறித்து வை. That's what he is asking in Devaram. He uttered Devaram, and in Devaram he was requesting Lord Shiva to put his lotus feet on his head. And he heard a voice from nowhere. He heard a voice, holy voice, that told him, why don't you come to Thirunallur? You come to Thirunallur, we will do the needful. That's the message he got. So he was in dilemma whether to be happy about being asked to come to Thirunallur, or whether being denied that favor here. Lord Shiva could have given that here itself. Why he is asking me to come to another place, Thirunallur? Of course, Tiruchathipuram, Thirunallur, they are not far off. They are not greatly distant. One can very easily approach from Shaktimutram to Thirunallur. On those days, you cannot get any conveyance. You have to go by walk only. So Appar Swamigal was ready to go by walk and reach Nallur. But he was wondering why Lord Shiva denied that blessing here. Why he asked him to come to Thirunallur. That secret known only by Lord Shiva. So he was proceeding with tears running down his cheeks from his eyes. And he was thinking, oh my Lord Shiva, if you are going to give me this blessing here itself, who is going to ask you why you have given this to Thirunavukkarasar? So nobody can question you. But why you ask me to come to Thirunallur? I don't understand. But I have to obey your order. The duty of a devotee is to obey the orders of Lord Shiva. So I will be obeying. I will be going to Thirunallur. So feeling grief in his heart, tears running down his cheeks, he was walking towards Thirunallur. As he approached Thirunallur, he didn't even enter Thirunallur. He didn't even enter Thirunallur. Lord Shiva was waiting for him. He was waiting for him. Oh, Thirunavukkarasar, come here. Navukkarasar, come here. I have been waiting for you. Come here. Saying that, he placed his lotus feet on his head. Thirunavukkarasar Swamigal was overwhelmed with joy. His happiness couldn't be described in words. He was not able to control his love for Lord Shiva. he cried and he ran towards the temple and was offering the Padiham for Tirunallur. There he stayed for quite a long time, and then he proceeded his tour, and he approached Tirupalanam. He was, as a matter of fact, he was approaching Tirupalanam. He was going through the village, Tingalur. He was going through the. It was a very hot day. The sun was scorching. He was going on bare feet, and he was going. He felt thirsty, and he thought of taking some water from somewhere available, if available. But when he was crossing Tingalur, he saw an outlet where a thatched shed was there, and very big pots were there, and some of the people were there to distribute cool water, cool buttermilk. They were giving out to all the pedestrians, to the people who were not able to withstand the scorching sun's heat. So he approached one such thatched hut. When he was approaching that pandal, he was able to see the name board there. It was written there, Thirunavukkarasar Tannir Pandal. It was written there. So it was named after him, Thirunavukkarasar. He was wondering. See, there could be two possible things. One, somebody in this village should be named as Thirunavukkarasar. Somebody should have been named Thirunavukkarasar. So some person should be there with a name, and he is doing all these good deeds in the name of him. But is that possible? Because only recently Lord Shiva named him this name. So it couldn't be possible such a name would be there in existence. The second one is somebody, some follower of me should have done this. See, he wanted to know the real fact. He wanted to know the real fact. So after taking water, he just inquired the people there. Can you please tell me? Actually, who is running this water servicing deed, good deed? Water is being distributed for the people who are suffering from thirst, and you are doing a very good service. But I want to know the man who is doing this service. Who is that man? Can you tell me? He was asking. That fellow in the pandal who was distributing the water to the pedestrians, to the people going that side, he looked at him. Some or other he got some nice attention. So he told him, "Sir, this service is being done by Appudi Adigalar. He was here, he was very much here just before time. Now only he left this place and he had gone to his house. If you are interested to meet him, you can do so. His house is at the end of the street. If you just go to the end of the street, you can find his house. It would be very easy for you to find his house because it would be named only after Thirunavukkarasar. So you would be able to find it very easily. If you want, you can go and meet him, sir. He would be very happy to meet you because you look Sivanadiyar. You look Sivanadiyar, and he would be. He is always fond of Sivanadiyars. Always Sivanadiyars would be visiting his house, and he would be, the Appudi Adigal would be feeding them very happily. So Appudi Adigal used to give sumptuous meals for Adiyars who are coming with holy ashes smearing on the forehead. Without asking any question, he would be treating them as the best guests. So if you are interested, sir, you also look like a holy Adiyar. Why don't you go and meet him? All these informations are given by a servant. See, servants are nowadays, you have to get information by asking so many questions, where by a single question, Thirunavukkarasar collected all the information. He thought for a moment, Thirunavukkarasar thought for a moment and decided to go and meet him. Otherwise, he would have proceeded to Tirupazhi. And we would be missing Appudi Adigala. He decided to see Appudi Adigala and then Tirupazhi. So he gave priority to Appudi Adigal. So I would be going and seeing him. It would be a joyful act. So I would be happy to see such an Adiyar. So he was going to the house and standing at the entrance. He didn't enter. Standing at the gate, he just called out. And Appudi Adigal inside heard that voice and came to the entrance. Looking at the holy appearance of Navukkarasar, he just bowed before him. He actually bowed before him and asked, "Oh, you are looking as if Lord Shiva has come here. Is there any service I have to render? Kindly mention." He was asking. Appudi Adigal was asking this with a pious mood and humble nature. Navukkarasar, on seeing him somehow or other, he got some attraction. Navukkarasar immediately told him, "I have come here just to see you, for nothing else. I wanted to ask you one question. That's why I came here." "What's your question, sir? Please ask." "So you have been rendering a lot of services in this Tingalur. I have been visiting those places. I have been seeing on my en route. You are very nicely doing lot of service to the public in the name of Navukkarasar, Thirunavukkarasar. I want to know what is the interest you have in that name. People usually do the service on their name only. It is a customary act of the world. But you are using a different name, somebody's name. You are using somebody's name. Why you have not used your name?" He was asking. Immediately, Appudiyadigal got angry. He got angry. How can he say that Navukkarasar as somebody? He says somebody's name. How can he say that? He got furious and he started asking some questions. Navukkarasar, sir, you are looking very nice with a holy appearance, with the holy ash smearing on your head. All those things are okay. You are wearing rudrakshas. Okay. But the behavior, the way in which you talk doesn't convince me you are an Ayya. Because you say Navukkarasar as somebody, his name as somebody's name. How can you say that? You know his greatness. If you are a real Sivanadiyar, you must have heard of him. You must have heard of his name and fame. You are ignorant of this. How can you be? How can a Saivat can be ignorant of Navukkarasar? Far and wide his name has spread. His deeds have spread. You know, the Pallava king with the Jains fascinated so many conspiracies to kill him. He escaped all those things only by the grace of Lord Shiva. I think you are not aware of all those greatness. That's why you are asking you are telling me somebody's name. No, I am not able to digest your question. Digest your question. Sir, please tell me, who are you? I want to know who are you. Where are you coming from? You just tell me where are you coming from? Who are you? I want to know all those things. Why don't you just tell me? Thirunavukkarasar was taken aback. He was not aware that this Appudiyadigal would be going wild like this. He didn't expect that Appudiyadigal would get to be furious. He didn't expect. And he was not aware of the amount or the volume of love Appudiyadigal was having towards Thirunavukkarasar. Without seeing him, without seeing one person, how can one have such an enormous amount of love? It's unimaginable. As a matter of fact, Navukkarasar didn't expect the volume of love Appudiyadigal was having towards Thirunavukkarasar. By the Devachekadar very beautifully mentioning here, narrated all the fame of Thirunavukkarasar. Appudiyadigal narrated all the fame of Thirunavukkarasar. Now Thirunavukkarasar should have understood the fame of himself. Now it doesn't happen. As a matter of fact, Thirunavukkarasar understood the fame of Appudiyadigal. How great this man. So next moment Appudiyadigal was furious and was asking this question, come on, tell me, who are you? Tell me, I want to know. Your words don't match your appearance. He was saying. Thirunavukkarasar decided to tell him who he was. Sir, don't be angry with me. Don't be angry. I will tell you. See, before becoming Thirunavukkarasar, he was Marunikiyar. At that time, he drifted to Jain because Lord Shiva has not graced him. He was there for quite a long time. But again, he got the grace of Lord Shiva and he came back from Jainism to Saivat. But to bring that man from Jainism to Saivam, Lord Shiva played a trick. He made him to suffer with severe stomach pain. The disease is called Sulai Noi. So after suffering from Sulai Noi, Marunikiyar came back to the camp, the original home camp. He came back and surrendered at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. The man who was given the punishment of Sulai Noi and taken back to Saivam is me, he was saying. At one moment, Appudiyadigal was not able to realize himself. Whom he was thinking Lord Shiva was just standing before him and conversing with him. As if Lord Shiva has come by himself and talking to what the disciple will do. So the moment he understood the man standing before him is nothing but Lord Thirunavukkarasar. So he was shivering. He was shivering. He was saying so many words before the party. He was not able to utter even a small word. His mouth was forcefully shut. He fell on his feet like a fallen tree. He was catching hold of the feet and weeping and crying. Oh, what to say, what to say. Thirunavukkarasar was wondering his bhakti, and he lifted him. Appudiyadigal, your love towards me is admirable, is very much admirable. But Appudiyadigal was not in a status to receive that. He was running down the streets. He was shouting at the people whomever he met. Oh, Lord, our Thirunavukkarasar has come to our house. Our Thirunavukkarasar has come to our house. You know, he has come to my house. He has come to my house. He was saying to everybody. Then he again came back to house and he was again falling down and he was crying, oh my Lord, I was not knowing what to do. Kindly enter my house. Take a seat in my house. Come on, come inside. He was requesting him, begging him. Thirunavukkarasar, on seeing his overjoyed, overwhelmed happiness, he went inside. Appudiyadigal offered him a seat. He called his wife. He called his two sons. And everybody fell on his feet. And they made arrangements to perform puja for his lotus feet. Immediately they made all arrangements to offer the Pada Puja, lotus feet, to the lotus feet of Thirunavukkarasar. So they were doing all the puja, and very happily he accepted the prayers. And after after seeing his over well, the Thirunavukkarasar blessed him. After some time, after the puja is over, Thirunavukkarasar was very happy, and he offered Thiruneer, the holy ash, to every one of the family. அப்போதையடிகள் made a request. Oh my Lord, you should take a meals in our house. It was a long desire. You had come all along from your place. This I didn't expect. This was a great boon, gift you gave me. I do not know what great deeds I have done in my past births. Only because of that you have visited my house. Even now I am not able to believe my ears and eyes. I have to make sure myself lot of times that your visit is true. It's not a dream. It's truly happening. So kindly take food in our house and bless us. Thirunavukkarasar agreed, and the arrangements were going on for the feeding. The wife of Appodiyadigal took all interest, and they were making all arrangements to make a sumptuous meal to offer Thirunavukkarasar, and they were taking all efforts. The cooking was going on. And the preparation of food almost reached the completion. At that time, Thirunavukkarasar was waiting in a different place. He was there in a different place, and the Appodiyadigal often verifying whether the food was made to the best level. All those things he was checking, and at that time Thirunavukkarasar's wife asked her eldest son to go and get a plantain leaf for the guests. He was very happy. The child was very happy. His name was also Thirunavukkarasar. So he was running to the garden to get a plantain leaf. But unfortunately, when he was cutting the leaf from the plantain, there was a snake inside. So it fiercely it had stricken the child and just drifted away. The poison was slowly getting through the body of the child. But without hesitating, he was running over to his mother, placing the leaf on the floor. He fell down. Oh my mom, I was bitten by a snake. After having said this, he died. She didn't know what to do. At that time, she called her husband. Appodiyadigal came over there, and he was also shocked. They were shocked not only by the death of their child, but at the same time they were very sorry, and they regret how a guest can take meals if he comes to know this. So let us hide this from his knowledge. We have to some or other hide the body of the Thirunavukkarasar in a a sheet of cloth. They placed it at the backyard of the house, and they decided to hide the fact from Swami. After he finishes his meals, let us tell him, or let us leave it as it is. They were not in the idea of telling the fact to Thirunavukkarasar, because it will affect his meals. Already he would be hungry. It would be delayed. If this message conveyed to him, he would not be taking the meals. Then they would be losing the chance of hosting a Sivanadiyar. A Sivanadiyar like Thirunavukkarasar. You just think of the chance. So they decided to hide the fact, and they, after making all arrangements, they came to the spot where Thirunavukkarasar was taking rest. He was being asked, "Oh my Lord, if we can take the lunch, please bless us by taking our food." He came, sat on the seat provided, and after prayer, he started giving the holy ash to each one. He gave the holy ash to Apudi, then to wife of Apudi. Then he was searching the eldest son. But the younger son appeared. He was asked by Apudi, "Go and have Tirunir from our Lord." But Thirunavukkarasar, for some or other, bewildered, what happened to the eldest son? Where is he? He was asking. Apudiyadigal told in a single sentence, "Oh my Lord, he won't be useful now," he said. Some or other, Thirunavukkarasar was able to realize, he had an inner feeling that something has gone wrong. Then he asked Apudiyadigal, "You don't hide any fact from me. I am feeling some unusual effects here, some unusual. I can see the tension in your face and in your wife's face. What happened actually? Don't hesitate to tell me. Come on, go ahead." He was encouraging. Apudiyadigal was not able to hide the fact anymore, because Gurunadar is asking, how can we deny the fact? So he started telling the things happened. Thirunavukkarasar told him, "How can one person do like this? Your son has been bitten by a snake, and you want to hide this fact? You want to hide all your grief and you host me? Do you think it's right? Do you think I am just a guest? I am not a guest. Why do you hide it from me? See, the grief you are receiving is the grief received by me. Where is the body? Bring it here." He was commanding. Without saying any word, Apudiyadigal went over there and brought the body to the hall. Thirunavukkarasar told, "I am just proceeding to the temple. Follow me with this body." He just uttered the words and he was rushing towards the temple. He entered the temple gate, followed by Apudi, his wife. Apudiyadigal was carrying the body of his son. Everybody gathered in front of the gate, and before the holy mast, the Lord Shiva, holy mast Lord Shiva, he was making the request. He started uttering the padiham. ஒன்று கொலாம், it starts like this. The whole padiham counts from 1 to 10. As if Navukkarasar telling Lord Shiva, I will count from 1 to 10. You must give back the life of our Navukkarasar, our son, our child. I will count from 1 to 10. Before the count is over, you give the life of this child. I do not know what you are going to do. I don't know. But some or other, you have to give the life of this child. Saying that, he was uttering the padiham. At the end of the padiham, to the rising wonder of everybody, the son got above. He was awakened, as if he was awakening from sleep. He stood. He came back to life. Everybody was overjoyed. And they all went and fell at the lotus feet of Thirunavukkarasar. Appudiyadigal was saying to Appar, oh my Lord, you would be able to perform any great wonder. We don't have any doubt about that. But this fellow delayed your food. That was a worry about. We are having concern. That was a concern we were having. That's why we concealed, or we were hiding the fact from you. Nothing else. Kindly come over to our house and dine, and you please take the food from our house. We should be honored, he was saying. Thirunavukkarasar agreed. They all went back to Appudiyadigal's house. The whole house was cleaned, and new lamps were lit, and with great puja being performed, Navukkarasar was sitting on the dais offered by Appudiyadigal, and they offered the food for him, as if they are offering the food to Lord Shiva. So he honored Appudiyadigal, and after that he took Appudiyadigal along with him. They visited Thiruparanam, and there in his home, Appudiyadigal was praised by Appar Swamigal in Devaram. Do you think it's an easy thing to get in Devaram? It's see, unless otherwise the performance of the individual equals the service of Saivam, it cannot be named in Devaram. Thirunavukkarasar Swamigal mentioned Appudiyadigal in his Devaram. He never praises any human being. Appar Swamigal will never praise, flatter any human being for any reason. He would be rendering service and bowing his head only before Lord Shiva, and also he would be bowing only before Sivanadiyas. So with that, everybody was very happy, and taking leave from Appudiyadigal, Navukkarasar continued his tour, and he was thinking of visiting Tiruvarur, and he wanted to spend some time in Tiruvarur. With this, we are closing down today's episode, and we will be continuing in our next class the tour of Navukkarasar to Tiruvarur. He would be enjoying the holy things in Tiruvarur, and he would be uttering holy hymns and Devarams there. Now I have to acknowledge the service rendered by our Qatar couple Mrs. and Mr. Saravanan, who are very much interested in taking Periya Puranam in the form of English, in English lectures, so that people who are not well versed with the Tamil, they should also be knowing about the fame and the greatness of our Saivat ideas, Nayanmars. That's why they are our Kathar Saravanan and Mrs. Saravanan. They are insisting these episodes to be delivered in English. So some or other it is being delivered in English, but my request is people who have the chance of listening to these episodes, let them also learn Tamil and let them read the original words in Tamil. They would be enjoying and they would be getting the real feeling of Periya Puranam. With this, I am just concluding this episode. Let me chant 5-lettered mantra 5 times. I request you to kindly follow me. Tiruchitrambalam. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.